Houston, we have a problem.
The road closed on the path to the state park we're supposed to go to.
So apparently there's some construction going on and the road is broken up, but it looks like we can pull a UE here on someone's property.
Yeah, there's a vacant lot and there's an in and an out that we could probably get away with turning around in without having to unhook the Jeep. That's my hope. We just walked it, so it looks like we can do it. But
yeah, it's pretty solid.
Nothing on the website for the state park that we went to that said nothing about coming down this road and it being closed or anything on...
Well, there was a sign on the road, but it's actually on the road, not before the road.
No.
So once we turned onto the road is when we saw the sign. So
Yeah.
There's nothing warning no left turn or construction, residents only, until you actually are on the road, which
Yeah.
is not helpful.
And then you can't really, I mean, there's no way we would have, if this wasn't here, we would have had to have unhooked and then...
Did left 15-point turn or something.
yeah, on this narrow 2-lane road. So we're literally 10 minutes from where we're supposed to be,
Oh, yeah.
15 minutes.
If that. So this is the life of an RVer. So you got to be flexible. You got to, you know, take things in stride because honestly, you never really know what you're going to run into. All right, we made it. Didn't have to unhitch the car, so that was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty easy turnaround. It wasn't too bad, but getting out and walking it beforehand is the best advice.
Yeah. So just a quick detour. What is life without a U-turn or a detour? The Farleys are known for them, even with the rig.
That's right. It's not a successful trip unless there's at least one U-turn.
That used to be our phrase every time we traveled. Luckily with the RV, that's not the case.
Yeah. So now we've got to figure out, we just looked at the map, so we think we've got to figure out where it'll take us around. I mean, literally, the campground
right on the
is
other
on the
side.
other side of that tractor that's down there.
So, all right, so hopefully we'll be there in like 10 minutes. As you can see, we finally made it into the park. We got all settled, and we've actually been here for 2 days.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice, other than the dang temps again. It's 100 degrees.
Yeah, we came down from the Springs and lost our altitude, and now it's, whew!
Yeah.
We are warm again. And this isn't a bad campground.
No.
Actually, it's pretty nice. This side is electric only. There's another loop that is no hookups at all.
Primitive.
Yeah, so for the extra money, I figured since the temps were going to be warm, we chose the electric. So instead of saving $1 this time, we chose to stay cool and to keep our little gizmo cool.
Yeah, yesterday was 95, and we had another really big storm come through about 4 o'clock.
But we were able to get up early in the morning and work out. I went for a run. So if you get up early and get moving, you can get some stuff done outside before it gets too warm.
Now, we have slept with the windows open every
Yes.
night that we've been here. It's dipped down that cool, so that's been a plus.
And there's some hiking trails and bike trails and some cool things to see here in the park. So as you can see, this park has a lot of opportunities for some cool activities.
Yeah, it's nice seeing the boats and the paddleboarders behind us out there on the water. Kind of wish we had some kind of inflatable paddleboard.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But one thing to know about this campground is it does require you to pay a daily fee even if you're camping. So we would have to pay an extra $9 per vehicle, meaning the RV and our Jeep, each day that we're here.
On top of our site fees.
Yeah. So a lot of state parks do that. Colorado does it. I have found that Wyoming and I think Nebraska does too. So if you're planning to stay for any length of time in any of these states and hop to their state parks, then you might want to just get their annual pass. It will be cheaper in the long run.
Yeah, we got lucky here as the month of August is free for the military folks. So we didn't have to pay the $19 or the $18 a day.
And I saw online, but online it was said $7 a day, and it didn't say the rig was included. It just said per vehicle. I assumed it meant Jeep. I didn't know it was going to increase us to $18, another $18 a day, which would have priced us out of this park. I would not have been happy to pay that much with just
Electric hookup. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's fine. And we found something really cool here. So we found, what's it called? Parts and Labor?
Parts and Labor Brewery.
Man, was that good.
Yeah, it was a little too good. So we got a few to-go cans.
And we may even have some presents for a friend.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
You think they'll last that long?
I don't know. We got a couple weeks ahead of us. I don't know if these will last.
All right, so if you are in the area, this is Sterling, Colorado. You have got to stop in this brewery. They gave us a sample of pretty much all their beer they have on tap currently. It changes all the time. And I got to tell you, I didn't taste a single one that I didn't like.
Yeah, it was a really, really cool brewery. It's called Parts and Labor Brewery. Come check it out.
Yep, a small mom and pop. So come on down.
And the food is, man, I'm telling you, the burgers are probably some of the best burgers that we've had in a long time.
So you don't have to come for the beer. You can come for the atmosphere and the food. And even if you don't buy the beer, you will be very happy.
Yeah, I think if you're cutting through this area, swing by and show them some love.
Okay, let's get back to the park and figure out where we're going tomorrow. Because we still don't know.
That's kind of important. You got to know where we're going.
As you can see, we have a new background because we have a new location. We decided last night to head to a Harvest Host in Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska. That was a change of plans, quick too. We really didn't know where we were going to go.
That is very true. We finally decided last night, so we made it up here. It was only about a 2-hour drive, so it wasn't too bad. Mm-hmm. So far, we just got set up, which took a little bit to level. Probably took us like, I don't know, 4 times to level, 4 attempts.
And I think a majority of that is us being out of practice.
Maybe.
We've been level for the last 6 months, so we were in a little bit of a rut back there where we're parked. It's not a bad spot. The only downfall to this spot is coming down this driveway right here. I got to tell you, he needs to trim his trees because we just scratched the crap out of Ruby on the way in.
He offered to cut a tree down for us. He's more than willing to cut something, so I'm sure if we let him know there's a problem, they'll take care of it.
Well, he wasn't going to cut down a tree. He was going to trim an overhead. There were trees hanging down, and we're almost 13 feet tall, and the way he wanted us to come around this tree back here, we would never have made it. We'd have ripped the whole roof off. So, I mean, he is easy to talk to, and we'll let him know that we got some scratches. It's on us. It's not on him at all. I mean, we could have stopped and unhooked the Jeep and just backed up and said, nope, we're not going down. But it is what it is. I'm hoping they buff out.
I guess that we will find out later.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we are not using much solar right now because we are in shade, and I don't know if you can hear the slight hum in the microphone, but the generator is going because it is in the 90s right now, so we need to be nice and cool.
Yeah. Well, more importantly, Giz needs to be cool.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Because we're going in to cool off with maybe a wine slushie. I don't know. If this guy needs something, he's a little stressed right now after driving down between the branches.
Yeah, just I hate seeing scratches on there. And we've scratched it before. It's not, I mean, and they kind of buffed out. I can still see them. And those of you that have scratched your rig or your car, you know what I'm talking about. Even if they buff out, you know they're there. So I just got to figure out, because we have a gel coat over the paint, I just got to figure out how to do that. So I'll be on the Tiffin forums later tonight or tomorrow trying to figure out what's the best way. Some of them are a little deep.
Yeah. So we're hoping to leave here and maybe get some free camping, but I don't know. We'll see what happens because we don't really know where we're going tomorrow either, but we will keep you posted.
Yeah. First, wine.
Yes.
You had me at hello. 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
We finally get to go explore. I'm so excited.
She got me up early to go out and hike, so off we go.
So we're headed over to a national park. It's I forgot what it's called. Bluff? Maybe it's Bluff. When we get there, I'll let you know.
I'll call her Bluff. I don't think that's what it is.
I think it's Bluff something. Scott Bluff. Anyway, we are in Nebraska.
Scotts Bluff,
Nebraska. So it's something like that. But it's where the Oregon Trail went through. So I'm pretty excited. They have some hikes and some history stuff. So we'll go check it out.
Yeah, I'm excited to actually get out and do something other than hang out around the RV.
Yeah. Although this Harvest Host is pretty phenomenal. It is really pretty. They did a great job making you feel snug and comfy, and it's so green.
Yeah, they did a really good job laying it out. The drive-in, still on the fence with, but overall, it's a really, really nice Harvest Host.
Yeah. So if you haven't joined Harvest Host, of course, you know, we're going to tell everyone about it because we love it so much. We are affiliates, so we have a discount code down below. I'll drop it for you. You can check out the link, see if it's something you want to do. We do it as often as possible.
Yeah, every chance we get, actually, so we really like them.
All right, let's hit the trails.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live.
We are officially on the Oregon Trail and the Pony Express.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Seeing these, the trail come between these two rock formations on either side of us that they used as their guide is pretty cool.
And you can see them for miles and miles. Long before we got here, we could see them really high over all the trees and the buildings. You know, not that there's skyscrapers here, but it was pretty cool. It definitely, we knew exactly where we were headed.
Yeah, it's nice to get out and see this up close and personal. Views up here are freaking phenomenal. I mean, look
Oh
at
my
that view
gosh.
behind me. I mean, it is just...
It's crazy gorgeous.
It is,
Just
it
beautiful. I can't imagine being up here for sunrise or sunset. I bet it's just out of this world.
Yeah, so if you're cutting through Scotts Bluff, Nebraska, make this a pit stop for sure.
Don't turn it in though. You can't turn. It's the top, that's the top. A little bit more, give it We made it out of the Harvest Host alive. Not too sure if there's any new scratches on the side. Phil will check that out later.
I'm sure there are. I was watching them.
Anyway, so we are headed about 45 minutes east of here to a town called Bayard. It's where Chimney Rock is, so we want to go and hike that and check that out. We're not exactly sure where we're staying yet. We have a couple options. One is a city park that you can stay for 2 nights for free, and then after that it's $10 a night. So we're hoping there's an option there for us to stay. If not, there's another RV park that's, you know, like $34 a night with full hookups. We'll stay there for 2 nights. So cross your fingers, we get the freebie.
Yeah, let's shoot for free. We like $3.99.
Yeah, we still are trying to make up for our heavy casita costs. that totally blew, it's almost our whole budget for last year in those few months. So we're really gonna have to work that out.
Yeah, but it was well worth it. We would not have stayed there had it not been for rehab. So shoulder rehab.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, cross your fingers for us. We're gonna go ahead and close out this video so it doesn't get too long for you.
Yeah, and just in case you're wondering where we are, check out those mountains with a little bit of snow on it back there. That's the only hint you're gonna get.
Yeah, that and maybe some future national parks coming up. So make sure you keep watching because you never know where we're gonna end up. As you know, we do run a little behind on all of our social media, including the videos.
Yeah, so when we post a picture of, let's say, the Badlands, we're not there. So it would be nice if we were there, as people would, see the post and then, try to look for us.
Yeah.
We're not there. We're behind in videos and pictures and whatnot. It's just because we're out exploring, we're capturing it, and then we move on to the next place. And then in between that, that's when Stacy does all her homework.
Right. That's when I upload pictures. And usually the social media is all pre-done by a program I use that schedules it all for me, so I don't have to think about it while we're out playing. So when you see those pictures, I'm sorry to say we can't meet up, and we aren't really meeting up right now due to COVID anyway. We want you guys to stay safe, so we're not doing meetups, but as soon as COVID calms down, we will start meetups, and we will start planning some stuff out in the future.
Yeah, it is nice though that we do run into people as we're traveling.
Yeah.
It's still always nice to meet people on the road. I mean, we say at the end of every video, see you on the road. And we're seeing a handful of people in our travels,
Yeah.
and it's nice.
It is really nice.
And some people are like, I can't believe you came this far. I wouldn't expect you to be here. I thought you were going to be here based on your post. That again is because we're behind.
That's right. So keep an eye out. If you see us, feel free to stay high. We are still social distancing, so we can't do hugs, high fives, or any of that stuff.
That's right.
But we love chatting across the site, so don't be afraid to say hi if you see us.
Absolutely.
All right, don't forget to find us on our social media if you haven't jumped over there yet. We are on Our Village, YouTube. Of course we're on YouTube because you're watching right now. We're on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, so get on over there, check us out. If you haven't signed up in our group in Our Village, check that out. And if you're new to the channel, Our Village is all about RVs all the time. Anything RVing, you can find it there. So, whoa, what is that?
I don't know. It's fuzzy. It just flew up.
Oh, well, it's attracted to my fuzz, so.
Yeah.
Anywho, but jump on over there, check us out, and don't forget us on our website at todayisomeday.net.
Yep, and feel free to sign up for our newsletter so you never miss a thing. In the meantime, be sure and hit that subscribe button.
Give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell over there. And just so you're wondering, my shoulder is getting a lot better, I can tell you that. So thanks for all the well wishes.
Although he's not doing his PT like his nurse practitioner has been telling him to do. So you guys hit those comments and yell at him. Tell him to get on his PT.
I did it today.
Finally, after I've yelled at him and yelled at him. So,
Yep.
All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully one day we'll see you
On the road.